Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Elucid. We're about to hop into our Let's Play with Sceleria. It is turn 36, if memory serves correctly, and we are playing in the game The Crucible. For those of you who are new tuning in, Sceleria is a nation of men that reanimate the undead. We have a message from Ctis. He says, "We give you death magic, and this is what you do with it. You said Airmore was a one-time mistake." I'm actually not sure what that reference is to Airmore as a one-time mistake, but anyway. Okay, more arrows coming out, killing my dudes. Dark knowledge, did not find anything. King. Okay, our god has come, which is quite nice. I kind of had forgotten about them, but anyway. And then a bunch of battles. Let's kind of watch these real quick. We're attacking PD here, so okay, we're going to kill them. Here we're attacking Ctis. This is one of their temples with only 6 PD, so like that we do $400 worth of damage. And here we are attacking Yes, and unfortunately we find an army. And I don't think I need to tell you what's going to happen. Friendly Currents does come out, so we're wasting some water gems. And yeah, it looks like we also wasted another one on a water elemental and an earth elemental. So yeah, I can't complain with that. Wasting a lot of gems. Unfortunately, though, I believe... Oh, no, they didn't even get our Mount King. So very good trade, cost them a lot of gems, and we didn't even lose a Mount King. Here, they are attacking us. And we just got 1 PD, so we dodged that. Here we are attacking Ctis. This was their... Oh wait, this was their temple. Okay, wait, so this was better defended, I'm sorry. And these elephants are going to go just charge into the back line. And rest in peace. Okay. Pretty straightforward. In terms of that battle, we took 14 losses of some long dead. Not bad. Here we're attacking Yis. He's got a lot of PD. And I only have 1. This will actually be kind of close. Because it's underwater, I get a bit of a stat buff. Since he's going to take a darkness penalty. But my guys are poor amphibians, so they get a penalty too. Not super clear how this is going to go. But I will probably lose, though we'll see. Okay, we got a lucky route. These Triton troopers are pretty good. Okay, we got a route, so quite nice. That was a lot of PD too. Yeah, that's really good. That's probably, I don't know, 30, 40 PD. And that got killed with 1 stack of undead. Pretty amazing. Battle here in the Western Plains. So this is us pinging his throne just to see what he's got in here. And we see a lot of Marshmasters, so we're going to have to be a little careful about killing these guys. Marshmasters are not sacred, so nothing to worry about in the Bless front. And he is attacking me here with an army of shrimps. These are kind of like Rylan-esque soldiers. They have Void Sanity, and they have pretty good armor and a Metal Glaive. And yeah, they're probably going to wreck whatever I have here. A Shark Tribe, which aren't bad, but... Yeah, okay. That was that 10 PD I got from my event last turn. And finally a battle inside their fort. What does he have? He's probably going to be doing Foul Vapors. Though it's not up yet. He has some undead, some stuff on the wall, some crocodiles. Yeah, if he had Howl up, I might be in trouble. And it's definitely something Ctis can do. I didn't really have anybody guarding these guys, which is kind of a problem. I really should have expected that. But Ctis is so small, he probably doesn't have the research to both have Enchantment 5 and Howl. But you can see we're kind of bottlenecked here, and then the Banishment is really hurting. And this Foul Vapors is managing to do some work. It's kind of chipping away at our dudes. Because with Poison Resistance Tint, it's still possible if you get an unlucky damage roll that you can take poison damage, and then that can kill you. We have finally broken through their lines, and we will take this, though it is a little more costly than maybe we had hoped. So the final battle report, we lose... Okay, I'm pretty sure we lost the Thaumaturg in that replay, but here it says we didn't. We lost the Censor, and then we lost about 250 undead, which is a good bit, but they are replaceable. And we managed to kill 4 Marshmasters, and then everything else they had inside. I think this might have been a hero, I don't know. An Ancient Shaman. I think that's one of their heroes. So, anyway, quite nice. For events, a bad one, and then another bad one, because we are very lucky. There's a death match, and there were no contestants. I didn't even notice it when I was talking about last turn. We kill some more... Where the hell is this? Okay, so anyway, we got him. He retreated, but... Okay, we're starting to chip away at this, though these guys will probably get attacked. We're going to just move these guys off. There's really no easy place for these guys to attack. These guys are also going to retreat. I haven't really been showing messages. No diplomacy I'm sending out this turn, though. So that's quite nice. We have a fort here. My objective, I would like to take this pretty quickly, but my first objective is I need to take this, which is going to have a lot of Marshmasters. Now, I definitely want to use Rigor Mortis here. It will shut down my Communion, but I'm bringing a lot more to the fight in terms of undead or troops. And he is going to be bringing much more to the fight in terms of mages. So I would rather have my undead fight his troops with Rigor Mortis up. Yeah. And then we're going to be bringing in a big squad here. If he comes to counterattack, like counter raids out of his fort, which would not be a bad idea, we are going to have a very large force here ready to deal with him. And we will have, I think, yeah, we'll have enough people to do Rigor Mortis. It's one of these Grand Thaumaturgs with 2 slaves, so it's kind of a little bargain communion. And this will get him up enough to do Rigor Mortis easily, and he will also have enough to do Power of the Sepulchre, which are the 2 things I really care about. Yeah, so that should work. Basically, we're going to be converging everything on here and dropping all of our stuff, and we're going to be making a second army. This army is probably going to take these 2 forts, if we can manage it, and this one is going to take this, and then hopefully their throne. You can see while Yis was taking this from us, we basically took these guys up here where they probably weren't expecting, and this way, hopefully, this Mound King can survive, and we took this from Ctis. There's a lab here too, which hopefully one day I will put something on. And what else? I think that's it. Let's talk about research real quick. We're pretty close to Alt 6. We're really high in research. We're at 750 a month. And it's only... What turn is it? 36. That's super high. We are probably the research leader at the moment. We're pretty close to Alt 6, which is going to give us Darkness, and very few people are going to want to fight us on land with Darkness, even though Abyssia and Agartha have Dark Vision. Marignon does not, so they are going to be a good target for us next, which is fortunate since they are also one of the largest nations, and it will be easy to do good it'll be easy to do good diplomacy with everyone else when I attack Marignon. And then we're going to run up Construction 6. There's a lot of good stuff on Construction 6. I have really bad path access. I need to get Astral Boosters. I want to get Stellar Focus at Enchantment 7 up too. but for me to cast it, I'm going to need astral boosters. I also want to make like Moonvine bracelets. I want to make Rings of Wizardry and Sorcery, and all of that will require Construction 6. I'm also waiting to get an Astral 3 person from my cap. I haven't gotten one yet, which is really unlucky, so I can cast Vengeance of the Dead. And because I can't, getting Construction 6 will allow me to make Starshine Skullcaps, which will give me, an Astral Booster, and that will allow any of my Cat Mages to cast Vengeance of the Dead, and I can spam that out, which, this spell works particularly good with Sceleria because it sends basically an assassination squad, and the number of people it sends will be dependent on the number of units that said victim has killed, and it always targets the highest, or the most killiest commander in a province. So, like, if Yus has his prophet who's killed 200 dudes in a province, and I cast it, it has to pass an MR check, but if it passes, it's going to send 200 dudes to kill the prophet, and it will usually work. And so I've been wanting to cast it, but I can't because I've been freaking unlucky. If we look at kind of the people I have, I've got a Death random, a Water random, no Astral randoms anywhere to be found all game, so that's unfortunate. Dark Knowledge, didn't find anything. I cast Dark Knowledge because I thought there was a site causing my guys to be diseased. I realized it was probably from plague, but anyway. Have I been through all of these? Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, so that's basically it. We're converging here and here, and I think that's it. I've gone through research. Let's take a quick look at score graphs before we go on. Provinces, you can see we're doing good. This just confirms we're not doing something stupid. If you see your things going down, usually you need to rethink your strategy. Forts, that is absolutely ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Income, continuing to go up. I mean, from the time we finished initial expansion, which was sometime around here. I think it was around here we finished. This is when the forts started really picking up. We've at least doubled. If you remember, not too long ago we were 2,200 when we were about done, and now we're at 4,300, so very nice. And then if we get Ctis, we will be in a very good position indeed. We'll finish going through the score graphs real quick. So that is income. Gym income, we're finally making some headway. We had kind of been really slow getting additional income, and now we're making some good steps. Research, we are inflecting up yet again. Dominion strength pretty good with all these temples. And then army size, you can see it is not even affected by any of our battles that we lose. Ascension points, we don't have any. Let's go ahead and pull up the next turn. This is turn 36, so let's pull up 37. And you can see we're starting to get kind of close to my game. I think I'm missing some turns in here where I was playing on a different computer when I was visiting my brother who had a baby. So, a message from Agartha. Did you make peace with Yus? I can see you're attacking poor Ctis. I probably sent him back. And I say, lol, no peace is to be had with Yus. He's very mad that I attacked him, even after honorably ending our nap, with 3 turns warning. That said, he can't do much damage to me, but he will remain annoying. And that said, I can't fight him in the ocean without mage support. So, anyway, that is my response. To Abyssia says, when does your nap with Marignon expire? I'm actually pretty far away with my preparations. Peaceful times with Abyssia will soon be over. I'm actually pretty far with my preparations. Peaceful time with Abyssia will soon be over. And then, yeah, Man's doing a great job. Agartha did lose his main army. And afterwards a real strong hero because Man built some smasher items. I watched it all. Pretty intense battles there. I kind of wish I had scouts here so I could show you guys, but I didn't. By the way, I managed to get my turn in just in time. But I'll be away Friday to Saturday. Or Friday to Sunday anyway. Other stuff. And then he says, well, since you're not even willing to return to border provinces before the war, I guess we'll remain at war then. And that is basically these 3. Which, yeah, there's no way I'm going to give them back. The thing, like the cost-benefit trade-off for me is what is the value of having Yus as an ally to the value of these 3 provinces. And basically, Yus is still going to be mad at me. He's not going to be like a great ally. And if I stop attacking him, he's probably not going to attack somebody else. He's probably just going to sit in his little water world and rebuild for a little bit. Which is not going to help me. And I would... If it's just trading raiding, like him raiding me and me raiding him, when he raids me, he's not going to get any gem income, and he'll just get a portion of the income on top of my forts. Yeah, so and when I raid him, I'm going to be getting gem income plus like whatever he has. So I'm not going to give up forts in any way, shape, or form to just prevent him from raiding on top of my forts, when I'm also going to be giving up the ability to raid him. So yeah, I'm going to keep raiding him, and yeah, we're not going to be at peace, but I'm not going to be able to kill him. So it's going to be a bit annoying. I feel really bad for the player, because being in like a constantly beaten down state where you have no shot of winning is not usually very fun. So I normally, if I fight somebody, I want to like finish him off and get him out of the game, which is actually like a courtesy. What I'm going to have to do here with Yus, because I can't kill him underwater, but he can't hurt me on land, is probably going to be more annoying for him, because Yus really, really desperately needs to get out of the water. Basically, I'd sent Yus a message saying, hey, maybe you could attack Abyssia, you have fire resistance on your troops. You know, what is he going to do against that? And anyway, you actually have a shot at like taking all of his lands, which he has a lot of lands which Yus could raid. And then potentially taking a fort or two if you win a major battle, instead of attacking me, where you literally have no even possibility of getting anything. Anyway, this is what he sent me. Whoops. This is what he sent me in response. So he's basically just tilted a bit, which, like, I get tilted too. And I've played with this guy in a few games, and he's a really good player. He's probably going to win at least one of the games I'm currently playing in him with. If any of you are watching my Alm video, I'm pretty sure he's going to win that game, but it's possible I could pull it out. But anyway, sometimes, you know, you just have to hold a grudge, and objective gaming is not always great, because next time I play with him, yeah, he's probably... You know, it's basically sending the message, don't attack me unless you can kill me, otherwise I'm going to be a pain in your ass, which... Because I was basically attacking him before, saying, well, you know, I'm going to try to kill you. If it doesn't work, then whatever, we can make peace. Well, he's like, no. You're going to have to deal with my shit for the rest of the game. So this army, which Ctis had here, has moved up this way. It looks like it's getting ready to defend the capital rather than trying to counter-raid. We had a battle here. Let's go ahead and check this out. This was a big battle with against all of his dudes. If we look at what he's got, it looks like he has about 6 to 8 Marshmasters. So we can expect Foul Vapors. He's got the Sobek Guard and some Lizards to kind of hold the line. But this is not going to go well for him. Okay, there goes Rigor Mortis. Our elephants are still running in. I guess I'll slow it down a little bit. His Marshmasters are fatigued out, and they will probably not be waking up. It's one of the nice things about Rigor Mortis 2 is, even if it like hurts me because it's going to weaken my communion output, it will also increase the stakes for the battle, since basically both sides' mages will fall asleep. Whoever loses is going to lose everything. And there we go. You can see we're just running past and killing everything, and that is the battle. So in terms of the battle report there, we lost 200 undead, which were quite expendable, and we killed all his stuff, 6 Marshmasters, 2 Revenants, a Mound King, yeah. I don't know why his Revenants are actually out. Normally you want to keep these guys inside forts. But who knows? Okay. And then here, Yis is taking some other... Or so he's attacking my fort. Which, okay, I've got stuff patrolling. He's going to kill all that. So, yeah. I mean, he's on top of my fort, but let's take a look at it. This is his biggest army. It's on top of my fort, and he hasn't damaged the walls. 500 out of 500. So, yeah. This is... It's a noble exercise, but an exercise in futility. Oh. Site searching. So we cast Haruspex. We cast Revive King. We have found 2 sites here. So we found 2 Garden of Pearls. These are really good sites. These are Astral 2 sites. So this gives me 4 pearls from this one province. Really big. Especially since I need a lot of pearls. For my income, yeah, before it would have been, what, 7? And now it's 11? That's such a big jump. That's so big. That was really lucky. Cast Haruspex, did not find anything. The other thing, and I think it's kind of dawning on me now, I really need to use this guy to forge path boosters. I need earth boots, and I need dwarven hammers, and I need thistle maces. Thistle maces, I can then get these guys to cast Haruspex, and not my main dude. And then with earth boots, where's my... Okay, my earthen lady. She's going to move up here, and she'll be able to cast gnome lore and things like that. And I think this is the point where Marignon, in real time, asks for a sub in a not super polite way. But, yeah. It's... I think he does have some super severe stuff going on with, like, personal stuff, so... yeah, you're totally excused to hop out of a game for that, but to do it in such a nasty way... yeah, I don't know. Not super polite. Our nap had ended, basically, as I said last turn, where I was like, I'm not going to renew it. So he's basically building up this huge death ball on our border, but I have compensated by putting huge amounts of ghouls in my province, which will give me probably 2 or 3 turns to respond if he tries to move a stack on top of here. Yeah. So... I'm basically moving a bunch of mages into position also, where I can basically fire up a big army and kill him. I'm pretty sure I would totally wreck this army if he tried to attack me, but I don't really know what magic he has, but I think I have way better stuff. Anyway, and I think at about this time we get a new sub. I think I put the game on hold for a long period of time until we find a good sub to come join, and I think we did find a very good one, as you'll see going forward. Anything else? Yeah, okay, so we're going to go ahead and ping Ctis' throne. I'm not building anything here. I'm basically going to just reanimate Horseman. I'm going to see what he's got going on. And we're kind of going to stall a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take this, and then we're going to try to take that, while hopefully I keep a lot of attention on his main base. The nice thing about this is even if I lose, he's not going to be able to hold these 2 forts, but if I go ahead and commit too early to a fight, it could be bad. We're also going to immediately start palisading this. And I want to get this whole area walled off after I take these forts, because it doesn't look like they're really defended. I'd like to get this forted too, and I'd like to get this forted, but I'm not sure with Yis's armies how comfortable I feel doing that. So we're going to kind of have to wait. You can see this province, though, I've already got temples, my temple in, so I can get my thaumaturgs. I'm also taking more gems. One of the reasons I'm not attacking immediately, I'm bringing gems, and I've started forging these Clam of Pearls, which are going to help alleviate some of my astral gem usage on battlefield spells. One thing you can see, though, I'm in Ctis' Dominion. It's not very strong, but some of my guys have gotten diseased, like this guy got diseased, which is a bit unfortunate. So, yeah. Do I have... Oh, I don't have an Astral 3. I mean, a Holy 3 guy. I'd like to go ahead and claim this temple, this throne too, but I can't quite do it. So, that's basically it. We are going to prepare for a big battle here. If Marignon attacks us, I've also got people. Where is it? I've got some of these guys here. The Mound Kings are basically going to be put on raiding duty if we end up attacking Marignon. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Let's check out research real quick. We're running up Conjuration to get Conjuration 4. This will open up Voice of Aspu. That's the main thing. And then Thaumaturgy 5 will give me Soul Slay, which will be quite nice. Yeah, that's basically, I think, all I'm going to get out of it. Yeah. And my next target after that is Alt 7. Alt 7, so I got Alt 6, so I have Darkness. Alt 7 is going to give me Fog Warriors, which Fog Warriors on 1,000 Undead is pretty damn horrifying. It can be cast underwater too, so this can be used against Yis and underwater shenanigans. And actually it's really good underwater because it will work against a lot of his stuff. It's going to work against water elementals, it will work against his knights who do not have a fire attack underwater. Let's actually check. I'm not sure if they have a magic attack underwater even. Let's see. I'm not totally sure. Oh, they do have a magic attack, so it's not going to work that well against some of our knights underwater. It might give them one extra turn of being hit. I think the first turn might pop it, but I don't know if it does full damage. Not sure. The other thing it is going to give me is something else that works underwater, and which will also be quite good, which is Mass Protection. This I'm going to need... this will be a bit tricky to cast underwater. I'm going to need a Thistle Mace, and I'm going to need a small contingent of mages, and then probably also... Well, no, a Thistle Mace will do it with 2 Nature Gems. So basically I'm just going to have a Nature Mage with a Thistle Mace that can go underwater and give him a small boatload of Nature Gems to cast Mass Protection. That will be quite good. That's actually probably going to be one of my better things underwater. I think with that and Rigor Mortis, it will actually make the battle go so long that Rigor Mortis will kick in. They'll fatigue out, especially if I get Friendly Currents up also. So like Friendly Currents plus Rigor Mortis plus Mass Protection, I think will allow me to maybe take Yis's cap. So I'm getting pretty close to the point where I can do that. Yeah, in terms of troop movement, like I said, we're pinging this. We're basically hanging tight here. We're sending troops up here. I'm sending in a pretty big squad to raid and take this. This guy's just going to break the siege with a few undead. I'm assuming he's not going to stay here. We are going to be patrolling my capital. I've got some preachers moving in that are going to be patrolling. I think I may even have... Yeah, I've got some undead or some mages set up to patrol also. They're going to be doing basically Divine Blessing, Power of the Sepulchre, and Anti-Magic. I think I have 4 of them that are patrolling. Oh! You can see I've got blood saves here too. So, I have turned on my blood economy. I think I did that last turn, or turn before. And you can see we got some slaves. We got 5 here, and here's my other place. We got... And maybe I've been doing it for like 1 or 2 turns I haven't told you. I've got, what, 10 here, and we're moving them to our cap. I'm pretty close to being able to empower somebody. And if you look at the timing, I'll probably be empowering somebody... it's turn 37, so right around turn 40, I'll be empowering somebody. A lot of times when you do this, you'll do your first empowering, and once you have a blood slave, 1 blood mage, they will then kind of start making more. So you'll empower 1, they'll collect more blood slaves, you'll empower another. I'm going to keep these blood hunters, like all my priests, on duty, continuing to blood hunt even after I've empowered the first one. And once I have probably 3 or 4 people who are blood mages, then I will basically turn these guys off. But I don't really need more undead production right now. The reason I will eventually turn them off is, well, I can always use a bit more undead production, but they're pretty inefficient. They create a lot of unrest for each blood slave they get, and it ends up meaning you kill your population faster. So, yeah, they will get shut off eventually, but not super soon. I want to get like 3 blood slaves pretty damn fast. Or blood mages. So that's pretty important. I'm not gonna... You can see I'm not committing to any blood research yet. Though I could do... I do have reinvigoration already, so that would be quite nice. I can put it on an Astral Mage and then drop that at some point in combat, and yeah, it would be pretty high value even at level 1. I'm trying to think if there's anything else for this turn. But you can see my research is just going through the roof. It's already at 800. I mean, it's growing so fast. Let me just show you the research graph. Like, look at that inflect up. It's just, I mean, it's hard to tell, but like it's doubled in the past year. Or more than that. And I'm making an intense effort to get more labs up. You can see this is lab, a bunch of labs. Almost all my provinces where I don't have a lab yet, I've moved a thaumaturg so that when I have a gold surplus, I can go ahead and put a lab in. So I've got a thaumaturg here. I've got a thaumaturg probably... No, I think I'm moving him this turn. Maybe I do it next turn? Not totally sure. I'm going to be moving thaumaturgs to basically get labs in all my forts. I don't really need any more priest production. I'm really almost tapped out in terms of how many undead units I can move around. Like I have way more undead units than my Mountain Kings can move around. I'm starting, as you can tell, because I've got to move these guys around. I'm using these priests. And this is where it's really nice if you get Unholy Command. You don't have to take so many priests to move these guys around. Yeah, so, but anyway, I do need them to move them around right now. And basically, that's not a super useful use for these priests. I mean, you'd rather have one of these guys than you would have priests shuffling these guys around. Now, if you're using the priests to make undead and then you're using Mound Kings to shuffle them around, that's a really good use. But by the time you're making way more undead than you can move around with Mound Kings, it's kind of like, okay, let's upgrade to thaumaturgs and get our research really going, which is what we're going to be doing. In terms of income, you can see we're 4,300 with about 1,200 upkeep. Pretty good. Way better than you would normally be at this game in terms of disposable income, because normally you'll have much higher upkeep, but because we put so much into infrastructure, and then what we're recruiting is almost always sacred, we don't have very high upkeep. So that is also good. And I think that's it for this turn, and therefore for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you tune in for the next episode.